What's up, guys? I'm here today with another video.
It's just my video. It's my video. Brooks here. Hi YouTube, Brooks&Keat Mania here today. And as promised, I'm going to do a second video today. Brooks thought I'd be lazy, but no. I'm going to show my top 15 favorite horror movies. Now, even though there's some horror franchises where I like almost every movie in it except for some, I'm not going to include like whole series of things. I'm just going to include individual movies or movies part of a series, but just one of them or two of them, if you can understand that. So first, and this is in no order, this isn't going to be like my least favorite to greatest or my greatest to least. Nah, I'm just going to show them. They are what they are. First, obviously, is Halloween, The Night He Came Home, the original, John Carpenter's. Yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis. This is my favorite horror movie of all time, actually. So, right off the bat, yeah, I'm going to show you my most favorite of all time, even though there's no particular order. Even though the first horror movie I vividly remember watching with my dad is Scream, and then a couple other titles, I also remember watching Halloween 5 with him, and being drawn to that, and really liking the series as I started to see the rest. So here is the original. I really like this one. This is an amazing work of art. In my opinion, it's a work of art. It's a masterpiece right here. There are some things that couldn't have done better. Like, actually, I don't see anything they could have done better. I like how they did. So cross that out. I just didn't want to seem biased, but this is a biased video. This is my opinion. So here we go. Halloween, the first one. Then, of course, going off of that, we got Halloween, the second one. There's this YouTuber. He followed me all the way from my original channel when I was like 12, called Keats Reviews, all the way to Horrorland 14. He doesn't follow me no more. I think his video, I can't remember his YouTube name. It's been a while now since I started this channel. But,
You started the channel.
Yeah, me and Brooks started it. But,
yeah, that's what I thought.
He basically says Halloween 1 and number 2 are basically the same movie, just they're too long to put in one, so there's two parts, and I actually believe that too. So, of course, I'm going to have number 2 right here of Halloween, aka part 2. This is really good movie to me. I really like this. I like how they took it to a hospital. First they had it in the streets, not the streets, but, you know, outside houses and stuff, and then they took it to a hospital. Yeah, I think in some parts of this, I think they might have built it up. I think they might have built up a certain scene a little bit longer than they should have, but otherwise, it's a great film. Highly recommend it. And this actually has like the rare TV cut, and then, you know, just the regular. Unless if it's an unrated, I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched this, but here's the second cover right here. So yeah, right off the bat, Halloween and Halloween 2. So that's all for the Halloween movies in here. I do really enjoy the other Halloween movies, but I didn't want them to be all Halloween. Like, we gotta give other movies a spotlight. Next is Jeepers Creepers. This is the first horror movie I watched on Netflix, and this is one of my favorites. I don't think it's still on Netflix. I think they took it off because they take off everything good, like South Park. For Brooks, they took off WWE, lots of WWE.
Fucking bastards.
I know, right? Like, they get this thing with Netflix, guys. They get you so into a series, and then they end it, and they take it off. Sucks, but, so, yeah, that's part of the reason why I watch Netflix sometimes, but I mainly just like to own the movie myself. So here we go, Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, I vividly remember this one, and I still remember it today. I love the characters in it. I forgot their names, though. It's been a while. But I love the characters. I love the storyline. Like, when I was watching it, I was on the edge of my seat, and I was like, ooh, dang. This is a good fucking movie. And I was 12, and I was just really into it. And I still am. Like, I think it's a great thing. And I love how, like, the bad guy or the killer isn't, like, human. It's, like, something else. You know? It's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, here's some little pictures right there. As you can see, he's not human. But there we go. There's that. Next is Hatchet. I actually, the first time watching it was in 2014. I know it was before. It was after October. I know that for a fact, but I don't know what exact month. I've heard so much about it, and I don't know. I always hesitated to pick it up because I don't know. It's something weird with me when I think of Hatchet. I think of the book Hatchet. And I know I should do this, but I don't like reading books. If I read a book, it's a comic book. So I know this is stupid, but I thought of the book Hatchet, so I got like turned down. I was like, no. There's something in my mind making me feel weird about it. It's hard to explain. But I finally got over that. I was like, you know what? This could be a top class movie. You know, like this could be really good. I know some people like it. And I was at FYE, and there was a deal, so I could get like one more. I think for like free or half price. So I just went straight to this and picked it up. And what do you know? I like it. Now I own number 2 and 3. I just like the whole series. I know the whole series is not all as good as the first one, but the first one is really good in my opinion. And this is the unrated director's cut. I have all the unrated versions, which I think even if they weren't the unrated versions, I probably still like the movie. But I could be wrong. I don't know the difference of the regular. I haven't seen the regulars, only the unrated, but yeah, this is a really good movie. Highly recommend it. And here's the back. I love the characters on it too. Some of my favorite characters got killed off. A lot of my favorite characters. Well, actually, there's only maybe 1 or 2 favorite characters. Actually, 3. The girl, I forgot the names, but the girl survived. So, yeah.
Spoiler.
Well, they'll find out in the other series. It's pretty easy to tell if she's going to survive in the beginning, bro.
Yeah, okay, man, sure.
Yeah, I guess. And this came out, though, in 2007, I believe. So if you're a horror fan and you know of this title, you've probably seen it by now, unless if you waited like me. But yeah, there we go. Damn, we're already at 7 minutes, and I've only showed 4 movies. We're already at 7 minutes.
You're taking too long to explain stuff about it.
Well, I want to explain why.
Show it and move on.
Okay, man, fuck you. No, here we go.
Fuck you.
Okay, man. Next, my 5th.
No, we're gonna sit here and talk about it now.
Dude, I want to record my video, bro.
Yeah. You go record the video.
I am right now. All right. Next is the. God, there's just glare. I'm gonna take it off. Okay, there's even glare there. I don't know why it's doing that.
I have a bigger horror movie collection than you.
Dude, you don't even have a horror movie. Anyway,
yeah, I do.
You have that 8-pack.
Shut up, man. That means I have 8 of them.
Okay. Anyway, here we are with the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the very first one. This came out in 1974. I really like this movie. This, believe it or not, I saw pretty much all the other Texas Chainsaw Massacres before I saw the original. Yes, that's weird. It very much so is. But yeah. I really like this movie. This is 40th anniversary edition. I wish I had the 10 one. I don't know what number it is for that anniversary edition, but I heard that one's way better. This really only has no special features. It has 4 commentaries, but I don't really watch commentaries. I get bored. Even though it's cool to hear them talk, sometimes I get bored. And really, I only watch commentaries if I want to see the movie, but I've seen it like 1,000 times. So at least it adds something new to it. But yeah, the 10 has so much better special features, but I'm still grateful to have this. My aunt bought it and sent it to me, so that's really nice of her. She doesn't know I have YouTube. Only one that knows is really my parents. But, so yeah, there we go. But if my aunt so happens to come across this video, thank you. I think my aunt is a pretty big horror fan too. On my real dad's side of the family, it's all horror fans. My real dad's a horror fan. My aunt's a horror fan. My grandma is a horror fan. Horror runs in my family on my real dad's side. But yeah, here I am rambling on. Next, I saw this in 2015, this year, for the first time. It's House of Wax, and this is actually the remake. And I'm always edgy on remakes because I've had bad experiences with remakes. Okay, first, the Friday the 13th remake. When I first saw the remake of Friday the 13th, I thought it was good, but that's because I only seen one or two of the Friday the 13th movies right there, the original ones. I've only seen 1 or 2 of them when I first saw the remake, so I thought it was good. But then when I saw all the other Friday the 13th movies, it was like, yeah, the remake just sucked ass, man. And now, I don't know, I can't really stand the remake. Like, I think it's kind of shames the movies. Like, not really shames, but I thought they could have done so much better if they're gonna remake it. But it is what it is. You know, I still own it. I own some of my most least favorite horror movies, just because I want to respect the series and own everything in the series, and you know. But yeah, so I was edgy about this. I thought the remake would suck, but it was really good. Even though I saw horrible reviews, but never judge a movie by reviews. They don't always, you know, they're critics. Okay, lots of critics show hate because I don't know why they just can't turn out as a soft critic. I guess I don't know. But yeah, I really like this movie. This is great. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. I know they sell at Target, at least my Target. This was like $4 and something. I got it for the sale. So there. Alright, next. I should really see part 1. Jeez. But it's Return of the Living Dead part 2. I haven't seen the first one. Yeah, I don't think so. With the Living Dead name in movies, I've seen the original Night of the Living Dead. But any other movie with the word Living Dead in it, I don't think I've seen except for this one. This is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. This is really good. I didn't notice it was Part 2 until I bought it, and either way it's pretty good. It's like one of my favorites now. It has some comedy in it. Normally I'm a little edgy about horror comedy, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's not really horror comedy. It just has some funny jokes in it. But yeah, so here we go. It's one of my favorites right here. Next. Now, my favorite one in here is part of a 4 feature film, so I'll show the one in it that I like. It's People Under the Stairs. Now, I've heard the name People Under the Stairs get thrown around a couple times, but I never thought more of it. Like, I thought, oh yeah, it's a horror movie. There's tons out there. What makes it so different? But, basically at the...
Oh, snap!
What?
They're having an Ocala Comic-Con.
Yeah, at the high school for kids.
Yeah, no, but this one's like a regular Comic-Con.
That's cool. Alright, man. That's awesome. We'll talk about more after the video, bro. Alright. Yeah, so the People Under the Stairs. When I first started collecting horror movies, guys, I went straight to the basics, you know, Scream, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all the basics, because that's what my dad showed me. Like, you know, I didn't really see much independent horror films until I got older. And so, you know, lately now when I buy horror films, I don't want to go just for the basics, because I got most of the basics. I'm looking for, you know, ones on their own, independents, good ones, you know, because there's a lot out there that you don't know about. And I've been doing that mainly with Netflix. But yeah, People Under the Stairs, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I reviewed it or not. I think I might have reviewed it on my old channel. I'm definitely going to review it on here too. So there we go. I'm trying to speed this up a bit. Now, I can't leave this out of my video, can I? Friday the 13th. Part 1, uncut, deluxe edition with a nice little, I don't know how to pronounce this, holographic cover? I don't know. But yeah, this is a really good movie. Probably one of the best Friday the 13th movies there is. And the case is amazing. But it's not about the case, it's about the movie. The movie is so good. You know, I really enjoy the Friday the 13th series. Like, it may not be my favorite, but I really enjoy it. And, you know, when you're gonna watch a Friday, when I hear about watching Friday the 13th, I'm always down, because for me, Friday the 13th is always good, even if you already seen it, to just revisit it, and it's something you can enjoy, and it has like good campy feeling to it or something. So I really enjoyed this. Highly recommend it, even though if you're watching this video, you're obviously a horror fan or wanting to become one, and if you are a horror fan, you've probably seen this. So, all right, next is an independent one that my real dad sent me. Yeah, this is like, when I got this, it was like the first time my real dad actually bought me a horror movie. He bought me a bunch. It's kind of weird, but it was awesome. So here's Rest Stop, Dead Ahead. This is really good. I love this movie so much. I went to this girl's house named Kat, and like, I don't know, we just cuddled up on the couch and watched this, and it was pretty cool, like really cool. And I saw it before. I saw it with her. I saw it in my room, and I really not in my room. I watched it in a car actually, and I really liked it. It was so interesting. You got something to say, Brooks?
Nah.
Okay. It was so interesting and cool, and it has like those odd moments, like what's gonna happen. So I highly recommend it, especially if you're with a girl and she likes horror. You should watch it, or watch another. There's tons out there, like I said. All right, next, Stephen King's It. Funny story with this. Not really funny. Not really funny at all. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Don't know why I said that, but there is a story. When I went to my grandparents' house on my real dad's side, my grandma, as I said, likes horror movies on his side. And so she has, almost all the Halloween films on VHS, and I remember even though she wouldn't let me watch them, because it was only my real dad when I was little that would let me watch horror movies. But when I went to their house, I would look at the VHSs, and they had like the holographic, if that's how you say it, like covers, and I like move it, and I love the VHSs. And I look at their films, and they always had It on VHS, same cover, and I'd always ask to watch it, but they would say no.
That was a terrible movie.
I liked it. Some people hate it, but I like it. But I always want to watch it. They said no, because I guess it's just a whole clown thing. The fact that he fucking eats and kills little children, and I was a little kid. Exactly. But when I watched it, I really like it. I'm not gonna read the book because the book's huge, and I don't do good with books, regular books. I've read one Stephen King book, and I only got halfway through. I can't remember the name. It might have been Dementia or something like that. It was about this lady. This author got in a crash, and a lady took him into her home, and she's holding him hostage, something like that. But yeah, I couldn't hate it.
I know what that is.
What is it?
I don't remember what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, that book was creepy, and I actually got it from the library down in Ocala, bro. It's not a very huge book, but I only got halfway through. So yeah, I really like this. Stephen King creeps you out. But if I did read this It book, I don't know, my views could change. I could think that of this horrible movie. I don't know. Next is The Silence of the Lambs, part of the Hannibal Lecter series. I really like this. This isn't really scary. I guess it qualifies as horror.
Oh, dude, I know.
It's more of a mystery.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the book's called Misery.
Misery, yes, that's the one. Yeah, that guy was sure in misery in that book. Jeez.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. But yeah, so Silence of the Lambs right here. It's like I said, it's not really horror. I mean, it counts as horror, but it wasn't really scary to me. As it says on the back, a knockout, the most exciting thriller. In years. Sometimes I get a stutter. Yeah, this was thrilling. Brooks seen this. What do you have to say about this, Brooks?
What?
Silence of the Lambs.
Weird, but cool.
Yep, that explains it. So there we go. It really showed it really showed the thoughts of a serial killer. It really gave a new side to it. Next. One of the first I ever watched with my real dad when I was just a little kid. House of a Thousand Corpses. Like, I used to, draw X's on my head, and this is by Rob Zombie. You see that in this film. Not really, he has a cross, but I put an X in my head, or whatever, and I'd listen to Rob Zombie with him all the time, White Zombie, and I'd come home to my mom's house acting like a fucking metalhead. She'd wonder why. Because I am a metalhead. I really like Rob Zombie and his films. So this one of his films, of course, House of a Thousand Corpses. I really like this. Liked it when I was a kid. Liked it now. It's just so demented, but so good. And some parts can be funny. But yeah, so there we go. Next is Scream. First one I've ever saw with my real dad, and first horror movie I've ever even seen. Scream. I vividly remember the telephone part in the beginning, and when Ghostface bashes through the window of that chick's house. I think it was this chick's house. I could be wrong. Really great classic film. It was also set aside my box set of 50 horror films, my box set with all the horror films from the 40s and 30s that are black and white. Set aside that, this was actually my first owned actual horror film, like horror film in color. And I actually got the box set. So yeah, Scream always has a special place in my heart. I don't really rewatch Scream that much though. Yeah, but yeah, I don't really rewatch it that much though, because I know it really well. But I forgot the names. Alright, next is don't know what that was, but next is A Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, I was stretching.
Oh, that was really weird, man. A Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. Yeah. I like some of the other Nightmare on Elm Streets, not a lot. Like, that's one of the series where, you know, it just gets worse and worse. Unlike a lot of people, I actually liked Nightmare on Elm Street 2 because Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was the first, you know, first one of Freddy's movies that I've seen, so of course I'm going to like it. It's my first, and I thought it was awesome. And I saw the rest, and then I thought it was okay, but I still like it. And then I like number 3 a lot in the original, but I'm talking about the original here. Really good film. Haven't seen it, I recommend it. And there we go. So, 15 films. I'll just go through quick. Nightmare on Elm Street 1, First Scream, House of Thousand Corpse, Silence of the Lambs, Stephen King's It, Rest Stop, Dead Ahead, original Friday the 13th, Part 1, People Under the Stairs, Return of the Living Dead, Part 2, House of Wax, first Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, again, big glare, first Hatchet, Jeepers Creepers, Halloween 2, and the original Halloween. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one. More horror videos is to come. Not today, though. That's 2 videos in one day. I don't need to do no more. Tomorrow I might do one, though. Depends how busy I am. Normally I'm not. But thanks for watching. Have a good one. And, well, bye, YouTube.
Wait, dude.
What?
Did you end the video yet?
No.
Okay, cool. So I need to ask you a question.
What?
Can you get a referral in online school?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Bye, guys.